Today, we've got the 2009 Volkswagen City Golf. Let's take it for a spin. Hello, welcome to Road to the F1. I'm Paul Anderson. So this show was inspired by a guy that started with a paperclip and traded his way up to a house. We're trying something similar, but with reviewing cars. We're starting at the bottom and working our way up to the McLaren F1. And since this is episode 1, that means we have to start at the bottom with a paperclip. And the paperclip in question today is a 2009 Volkswagen City Golf in a lovely Vulcan gray. No, you're not imagining things. This car is not gray. It's more of a minty green kind of color. Why it's called Vulcan gray, I don't know. I can guess there's a colorblind German somewhere that's obsessed with Star Trek. It's pure speculation. Who knows? The City Golf is actually kind of a unique vehicle. They are only made in the Canadian market. Back in 2007, the Golf was pulled from the Volkswagen lineup worldwide, everywhere, except for Canada, where it was always a very big seller. So they kept it alive here. It's basically just a Mark IV Golf with a few minor updates here and there. New headlights, new front bumper, new rear headlights, a few minor changes on the interior, but it's basically just a Mark IV Golf to keep the pricing down. The exterior, you know, it's, like I say, it's not that far off from the old Mark IV Golf, but, you know, it's a classic shape. This design has been around since, I think, the late 90s, with a few minor tweaks here and there, but it's still just a good-looking car, in my opinion. This car has got the 15-inch aluminum wheels, or aluminum, if you want to say it that way. Nothing super drastic or fancy, but they're basic, and it's basic done well. Interior-wise, again, you're not sitting in the lap of luxury in this car, but it's basic done well, just like the rest of the car. Nice big analog gauges with the nice blue, purpley backlighting that Volkswagen is famous for. Very nice coloring. The layout of the instrument clusters and all that, minor updates, in all honesty. The differences between this one and the older Golfs, I honestly couldn't tell you. I've driven some older Golfs and I don't remember them being much different. This vehicle has got the winter comfort package, which is very nice to have in the Canadian winters. I'm not going to say that they're horrible winters. It's not like we're in Siberia or anything, but it's nice to have seat heaters. These ones go up to 5. I can tell you from experience, anything past 3 and your ass is going to be on fire after about 2 minutes. A very nice feature in my mind for a car that's 10 years old, Bluetooth was a standard feature. Back in 2009, there wasn't many cars in this category that would have Bluetooth capability, but this one does, and it's all the better for it. The interior is actually quite roomy. I'm a tall guy. I'm 6.5 feet tall. That's 198 centimeters for you metric folk. And I fit quite comfortably. My head's not really hitting the roof without putting in major effort. Lots of leg room. It's not too bad. The kids in the back might say otherwise. They would fit more comfortably if we cut off their legs, but what you gonna do? Dad's tall. Who needs shins anyway? Nobody uses their shins, right? They just get in the way. Trunk space is actually quite roomy. I've got an ongoing joke whenever anybody questions whether I can fit something in my car that this is a Volkswagen Golf. It's the smallest car Volkswagen makes. It'll fit no problem. I didn't say it was a funny joke, but it's a joke. I'm a dad. I'm allowed these things, right? Performance-wise, It is just like everything else. It's your Mark IV Golf. They went with the 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, the 2-point slow, as the people like to joke. 115 horsepower, 122 pounds-feet of torque. Might be 126, I don't entirely remember, but no one's counting torques with a car like this, right? Ooh, 126, that has an extra 4, look out. Yeah, it's, not the greatest car. You're not winning a drag race in this car anytime soon. But for puttering around the city, it's more than ample. Highway driving is nice. When you're going highway speeds and somebody in front of you is just not going fast enough, you look for your space, signal, hit the gas and go. And the car is right on it. There's no hesitation, no anything, which is very nice. Steering is great, very responsive. It's a lot of fun to throw around the corners a little bit and drive with a little bit of spirit. Those are spirit fingers, by the way. They say the 0 to 100 kilometer is 11.7 seconds. I don't know. You know what? I've never done this with this car before. Let's see if that's true. $60, $80, $100. I have absolutely no idea how fast that was. It felt like it was faster than 11 point something seconds, but we will find out. But that was not too bad. Like I said, you're not winning any drag races, but it is what it is. It's a nice little car. I like it. I feel like I'm heaping tons of praise on this car that's really not that good. But I like it. It is what it is, It's a fun little car. It's not the most glamorous thing on the road. It's not a race car. I would hesitate to classify it as even being sporty. But it's fun. It's a nice little car that you can have a bit of fun with, and that's the main thing. That's what it's all about. And it does that very well. And I think that's a good place to wrap up the show on. The 2009 Volkswagen City Golf. On a scale of 1 to F1, this car is a 1. I gotta be realistic. It's a fun little car. It's good for what it is, but it is not a sports car. And it is about as far away from a McLaren F1 as you can get. The success of this show is very heavily dependent on viewers like you. If you or someone you know, or someone you care about, even somebody that you don't care about, if you've got a car that's even remotely interesting at this point, I would love to have it on the show. If you live in the Toronto area, send me a DM. You can send me an email, roadtothef1@gmail.com, and we will hook up and I will get your car on the show. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Bye.